All right, and we are back. You are listening to the Ruckus podcast. Shout out to Boo Boo Boxing. He is always on fire whenever he comes on the show. So it is a pleasure to have him with us. If you haven't had a chance to watch the fight, I'm not sure if Showtime is going to repeat the fight, but you can at least see the highlights. If you go to Show Sports' YouTube channel, you can see the highlights from the fight, and it was a great one. Oh, and it looks like our next guest is now in the queue. Let's bring on John Molina Jr. John Molina Jr., you are on with the Ruckus.
How you guys doing?
Great. How are you doing this tonight?
Good. Just enjoying my time off with the family. Everyone knows that I'm a big family man, so spending some time with my girls.
Yeah.
That's terrific and well earned and well deserved. Once again, a pleasure having you with us this evening.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
So, John, big fight on Saturday. You fought Ruslan Provodnikov. Everybody expected you to be in a phone booth war because that's what we're used to seeing with you. And instead, you went in there and outboxed him. I mean, you boxed his ears off. That must have been a new game strategy. Is that partly due to your new trainer?
I would think that was hugely due to my new trainer. We got to give credit where credit's due. Shadid Luke, he really taught me a lot of things that I wasn't utilizing. That, like I said, I always tell my God-given attributes, my height, I actually have a lot faster hands than what I showed that night. My athleticism, and we know I can punch. I know I can brawl if I need to go there, but why do that? Why give a guy that's much smaller than me an advantage when I can take advantage of my stature?
Yeah, well, so did you try out a couple different trainers before you decided to go with Shadid?
The boxing community, the boxing circle, if you will, is a small circle. And he was the way it's funny how it works out, but it happened by chance. I was leaving my father's house one night, and he had mentioned, as we were discussing other trainers, he had mentioned, Shadid Taruki's name. I heard it elsewhere from my team, and me and Shadid have been opposed to each other in fights and in sparring. And so, I went home and said, why does his name keep getting brought up? So I went home at night. I was putting my daughter to bed. Long story longer. I went on Facebook and reached out to Shadid and asked if we can have a discussion. We exchanged numbers, and the history was made, and we spent about 7 months together before the fight.
A lot of people felt that if you didn't beat Ruslan, that would have pretty much been it for you in boxing. Did you feel the same way? Did you feel that your career depended on getting that victory on Saturday night?
Wait a minute. Do you mean to tell me that I was the underdog in that fight?
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Wait. Was I not supposed to win that fight? Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. No, definitely. I know. My whole career has been the underdog. My whole career has been, what John Molina is going to show up tonight. And to me, I never look at it more than what it is, and it being just a fight. I take every fight important because it's how I raise my family. It's how I provide for my family. But to say this fight was more significant than other fights, I wouldn't say that. I take every fight the same way. I knew that the stage was set to shine, and this was going to be my night.
Well, that stage was set to shine, and Ruslan had just entered an exclusive deal with Showtime, and did you spoil all that hype? So what does this mean for you?
Well, for me, I'm with the greatest manager out there now, Heyman, and I know it sounds cliche, but he really is the best manager. And when I realized that Ruslan was signed with Showtime and had an exclusive contract, I'm actually good friends with Showtime, the network. I fought on their network on many occasions, and I'll fight on any network. But, I pulled a couple of their executives aside and said, I got to spoil you guys' party and ruin your party, right? Oh, we know this is a 50-50 fight, John. I said, well, they're not making it sound like that, but I'll show you guys June 11th. Again, I'm not trying to say that I was uber confident in the sense of where I was conceited or cocky, but I was confident in my ability to come out victorious that night.
John, I'm looking at the promotion from the press conference back east to the fight, the media workout here in Los Angeles. it seemed like Provodnikov was almost a little too jovial, like he wasn't taking you seriously. Do you think he was underestimating you before the fight?
No. I looked at that as a sign of weakness. I think he was just trying to psych himself out. I think he knew he was in a real fight. I don't think for any stretch of the imagination that he thought, okay, it's going to be an easy walk in the park. Regardless, they know what I'm about. They know that if all else fails, I can still punch. And if all else fails, I have a big heart and a big chin. So they knew they weren't going to get a walk in the park. I think he was trying to psych himself out to try to make himself look like, hey, I'm the A side here. I'm the guy that's supposed to win. And that's what I took it. I mean, he's a nice guy. Ruslan is not an idiot. He's not a jerk. He's a class act. And, as it should be. Outside of the ring, we're not there to fight, but inside the ring, all the friendship goes out the window, as I said in prior press conferences. But, outside the ring, we can be friends or we can go have dinner and, hey, I'll pick up the tab. But, inside the ring is how I feed my family, and to me, you're trying to take away from my family, so I take that very serious.
Absolutely. Also in the post-fight, in some interviews that I've seen of yours, you said that you didn't call out a specific name, but you said that you were interested in title shots at 140. You even willing to go up to 147. Are there any particular 140s that you are looking at? Should that title fight not become available?
I think the right guy at 140 right now. I think I have my sights set on Ricky Burns, and that's a good fight. That's an interesting fight. I think that fight, that's a name that I knew even at 135 that one day we'd cross paths, and now I think the stage is set. He's been saying that he wants to come over to the States and have a big fight. Well, I would love to accommodate him there, and we can do it over here in the States. Do I think he'll come to the States to fight me? I don't know. Like I said, they said he's been wanting to cross over and come over to the United States and have a fight. So if he wants to do it, he knows my management. They know who they need to talk to, and we can make it happen.
That's good. Listen, you were a 14-1 underdog. People were sending you screenshots of their winning tickets. Did you bet on yourself? Did you collect any cuts from anybody?
For me, I'm very fortunate to have the career that I have, and I find it bad luck to bet on yourself. So no, I don't bet on myself when I fight. It's unfortunate, but I don't do it. And I feel like my pay scale and my opportunity that's in front of me is payment enough. The fact that I'm able to provide for my family and the opportunity for the fights after this significant win is payment enough.
I must ask you, they mentioned it on the broadcast, and I had heard that you got a retweet about it, about your Back to the Future inspired ring wear. What's going on with you in Back to the Future? I hear that is a favorite of yours.
Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite movies growing up, my favorite shows. So much so that my 3-year-old daughter knows it and she watches it with me. And I guess you can call me a Back to the Future nerd, but I wanted to be the first fighter to actually do that. And I was. And the fact that Michael J. Fox reached out to me and told me that it was he was impressed with the outfit, impressed with the fight. People don't realize that Michael J. Fox was in the 80s and 90s, he was a huge, huge boxing fan. So I put two and two together, but behind closed doors, I am a huge Back to the Future fan. And forgive me if it sounds like I'm talking funny. I did bite my tongue in the fight, so I'm trying to walk around. I don't need people saying, "Hey, John Molina sounds punchy now. You can't talk. It sounds like you have a mouthful of marbles."
Oh, he was drunk on the show.
How bad did you hurt your tongue? We saw that the fight recently that Amir Mansour was in. He really messed up his tongue. Is it that bad, or is it minor? How bad is it?
I mean, it's bad where it hurts, but I mean, I can still make a conversation. But like I said, if this is your first time talking to me, you're gonna think, oh, geez, he's getting punchy. He better hang it up. He can't put two and two together anymore.
Well, no, we will not let those rumors hit the street. You heard it here on the Ruckus. John Molina is not punchy. He just has a little cut in the tongue. So you heard it here.
Yeah,
well, John,
it's actually very painful.
You are very cool. I enjoyed interviewing you in LA. You're always a real cool guy and real down to earth. once again, congratulations
you.
on an excellent victory. Way to prevail. Always a gladiator in the ring, always ready to fight and bring the fight to the opponent. It was a pleasure seeing you perform well, and we hope to see you back in the ring real soon.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the time.
All right. Have a good night.
All right.
You guys too.